Google Gaga? Google?
What? Nonsense!
Don't be ridiculous.
Agnes, what is this nonsense?
Nonsense! Nonsense! Nonsense!
You said convey, it's nonsense.
Nonsense. What nonsense?
That is nonsense.
Nonsense!
What white nonsense is this?
I knew it. I'm surrounded by...
It's nonsense. Nonsense. But what utter nonsense.
Welcome back, everybody. Wait a minute. You have to move in, my friend. We can't see you on the live stream.
Hey, you didn't have to move.
Oh, that's right.
Mate, you're still not in, mate.
Yes.
Still?
Yeah.
That's right, I get the snuggle.
You need to
there.
get friendly. There we go. Get more.
And you're looking at your half cut like a little bit, like I'm literally just got my shoulders.
All right.
That's all right, Mr. Scarf. No, you just
It's
want to. No, it could be just like, who the fuck is he? I'll be like,
You could, like, you know. There we go.
Yes.
There we go. One big happy family. Welcome back to
Is this
another.
live too? Are we live on the actual podcast?
We're live on the podcast, and that is being recorded. We're all good. All right. Welcome back to What Nonsense, everybody. We have a full crowd today. Mikey, Olivia, Alexander, and Yosef. And I'm Daniel. All right. And we're here too. Hi. All right. Nobody's actually watching except for my daughter. Hello, Melina.
it's good.
Yes. Can you see us? Can you hear us? Oh, wait, we can't. They can't hear us.
What, you went
Now
on
you
the
can
whole
hear
time?
us. Hi.
Oh, Lord.
All right. I think
Like
we're
you
all
spotted
good.
it early.
Is that right? We could have gone a while.
Yeah, and you'd be wondering why the first people on there will be cussing at us. You
Yeah.
fucking
So
idiots.
to you guys, welcome back to What Nonsense. Well, you guys. To later. Hi. Welcome back.
Hello.
So there we go. She can see us. We're good. All right. How are you?
Sleep deprived.
Sleep deprived? Yeah.
All right.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Good.
Surviving.
Good. Okay. This is weird. I've got nothing to say really. So what were we talking about before? Start the conversation.
We listed the things that I can't actually talk about.
Right.
That was the main thing.
Okay.
Yeah. That's
Good start.
Oh, I thought it was just teasing us with a freaking disclaimer.
No.
Like, here it is, and it's like 90% redacted.
No,
It's
there are a
like,
few things that we just cannot discuss because I live at home with my parents.
wait, you can't discuss it on the podcast?
On the
or?
podcast.
Yeah.
Then why even fucking mention it?
Yeah, now your
Sorry,
parents want
like
to know.
parents,
Doesn't
kids.
matter. They can suffer.
Ooh.
Okay.
Okay, some brutal stuff to tell. Sounds like it.
Some brutal
I
stuff.
think you need to spill some beans.
I want a motorbike.
You want a motorbike? Haven't you seen all those clips I send you of like people crashing on motorbikes?
Yeah, but they're all skinny. So
They're all
all A-bags, but no.
You know how quickly that flesh will tear off your
idea.
bones?
No, it's not
Remember
about
the
the
video you got
tearing.
sent?
It's just a death immediately.
No, you get the proper equipment and you'll be fine. It's the fact that you can get run over by,
Other stuff.
like
Bus,
big trucks and
There's
20 tyres that weigh like a ton each.
There's walls,
Yeah.
trees.
Oh, what is it? Those
holes.
beautiful barriers that are supposed to protect the cars when we
yeah,
smash,
it slices you in
but it
half.
slices a person off a motorbike. Yeah, no protection is going to help you in that, man. So,
No.
maybe we'll leave the head intact for
Open
identification.
casket, maybe.
Or open head, just head casket. That's it.
Yeah.
Yeah.
But have you seen all the cool
You just buy it from the magician shop, you know, where they just got the heads and it does a fake. Just put your head in there.
Yeah.
Yeah. Why? Okay. So why can't you compromise?
What would be the compromise?
Quad, the
I don't think. No, that's ridiculous. Don't
Yeah,
go
it's
too
sad.
far,
A
mate.
quad
Don't go
bike.
too far. Did actually someone present that to you?
No.
Are you sure?
Yeah, I'm sure.
Okay.
I
You
did
thought of it
my mum
yourself?
rode a scooter once, which was ridiculous.
But I think that you had thought about it a little bit. Just go, okay, if I can't get a motorbike, can I get something that's motorized in that?
Well, I've considered like a dirt bike, but I
Get a
don't
dirt
wanna-
bike. That's my compromise. One is that at least
is
you
more
can
more
control the trees that you're going to smash into,
Yeah.
but trucks and
Yeah.
stupid people on the road.
with a dirt bike, which is good.
Dirt
But
bike,
for me,
yeah.
the satisfaction and enjoyment comes from road bike. That's my calling, as opposed to dirt
Your,
bike.
your calling is to live, okay,
Live well though.
on a dirt bike and doing some sick stunts and do whatever that you can do
I'm
more
afraid of heights. I
on.
don't want to go in the air. I'll go in the air with
afraid
like
of
a truck and
You
go fly.
can't, you can't go upside down.
Is there anything that's opposite of like afraid of heights, like being crushed under a semi-trailer? You know,
Not that I know of. You could turn
claustrophobic.
claustrophobia? Maybe.
Yeah, there you go. You want claustrophobic just before you die? Not a nice way to go.
Pretty quick though, so it's not that bad.
Oh no, everything slows down on your death, even if your head's about to get crushed.
Oh yeah.
You know, it's like that's 1 point
Have you
of a
ever been
second.
in- have you ever been in an accident where it just?
Well, he has with the wax.
Yes.
Today.
Oh, that was a spell
And then
check.
got
I was
T-boned.
like,
You nearly got T-boned?
Yeah.
How? What?
wait, you T?
No, someone,
No.
somebody nearly hit her in the side.
Yeah.
Did you just like sit in the middle of the road, just waiting for it?
You know the weir and how you're coming from Melton,
Yeah.
on the left and right.
Yeah,
There was a car behind me who was really close to me for a long way. So I wanted to leave.
yeah.
And then there was no one coming from my left, but from the right, there was 3 cars, but they all had their blinkers on. And so I went. But then what the second car apparently didn't actually want to go up to Melton, right?
Uh-huh.
And so they were going to continue to hit me.
But so they had an indicator on left, you said?
Yeah.
But it like changed its mind midway through.
Well, I don't think
So,
they
but-
probably realised I had an indicator on.
To be fair, that'll be your fault. Still.
Oh, it'll be my fault, but it'll be their fault because they tricked
They
me.
indicated, yeah.
Yeah, legally though, it'd be my fault because there was
You
no
didn't wait.
clear of way. Yeah.
What's the distance of you visually seeing a car that looks like it's going to turn left, but it didn't?
It was
can
like
I see a car like 3 streets down and go, shit, I have to wait for his tail ass to be actually in
It
the
was like
driveway.
5
The weird,
minutes.
it's fairly short.
No, but I'm saying general because you said you're in fault already, but why? That's
Because-
what I'm saying.
Because they're
matter what, they have
on
right.
the road and I
They're turning.
stopped.
So you're like, okay, why do I
They
have
indicated falsely.
Yeah,
to? That's right. So they're at fault.
I don't
Yeah,
think you're at fault.
I don't know why we, but no,
Is
I'm
that-
pretty
that's
sure.
proving it.
That's what happened to Mum. She went out, and then the person indicated left, and it didn't go left. And
Yeah,
it
they
went
continued on
and then-
straight.
and then hit Mum, and then she got in trouble. Even though it was indicating left. Yeah.
Because she couldn't prove it. That's the
Yeah,
thing.
yeah,
You need a
I
camera.
guess, yeah.
Logic versus law doesn't always work.
Yeah,
though.
yeah.
That's
Oh, if you got something to prove it,
If you have
if you got
proof,
proof,
then
it'll
Yeah.
tell me. I'll tell you. It'll
Who we
win.
got on the list? I can't read this shit. I need classes. Hi, Keith.
Yeah,
Keith.
like here's for
Full
example.
House, yes. And he redacted, he just said Full House and then he redacted his
Focus, dude.
sorry, yeah.
So my wife got. Yeah, she got T-boned in a roundabout.
Sorry, Milena's just asking what is T-boned. T-boned means
Shape
when
for
you
T.
get hit
Type of steak.
from the side. So it's like a T.
Oh, that's what it'll end up turning out to be. And you eat it raw. Yeah. So my wife got T-boned in the roundabout, and the cop who said, "Oh, I saw it. Yes, officer, sorry, I'm recording this." He just didn't want to bar it. He goes, "Okay, I'll leave you all to it." The insurance company said she was guilty, and I'm like, "No." Okay, so let's do a little test for all you guys. Now, who do you have to give way to at the roundabout? Left, right?
You're right. In Australia.
Right, but it's actually whoever's ever on the
No,
roundabout.
it's all correct.
It's
incorrect.
was
Basically,
there
whoever's in
first.
the roundabout
First,
first.
yeah.
And then if you're going slowly and the other person's going fast and go, "Oh, I should have gotten there first," or "I should have been given away," you have to still enter at a speed that prevents injury to human or other property. So, for example, people want to go, like if I'm entering a roundabout and I'm going so slowly where it'll take me literally 2 seconds probably get my half the car in, where this guy's going 50 k's an hour or 60 k's an hour, going, he's going to get in the roundabout way
head blocks you
before
from
I
that
should. But technically, even though I know the law that I don't have to give way to the right,
But my million that one.
I have to give way to the right because they don't know it, or else I'm going to get T-boned. So I got my friend as a police officer get the paper out and sent me a photocopy of it, and I sent it to the insurance company. Everyone was fighting for me, saying, "Oh, they know what they're doing. They're dealing with all these claims all the time about car
they just
accidents.
want money."
Don't know what they're doing." I'm like, "No, it's incorrect. People are just taught that way, and everyone does it. You've got to comply with what they do, or else you're going to get hurt or killed." So we won the case against the insurance company, against road laws that most people don't even know about. So now it's probably worse off that I told you now, because we don't think, should I stop? And then you get T-boned. So just continue doing it the wrong way for your own safety. So yeah, there you go. We'll get T-boned.
Wow, that was a good story.
Far out.
You're welcome. My death is entertaining.
But when I went down the other day down that tip as well.
Oh, so what happened? Did she actually? Did they? I guess they obviously stopped.
Well, they didn't hit me.
Yeah.
They're like a meter from me.
Did they? Yeah. Were they
Yeah.
angry? Yeah. But they indicated.
No, well, I don't think they were realising they had their
Okay.
indicator. Because, like, you know, like some people how they indicate when they just go around a bend.
What?
Who?
Have you never seen that?
Yeah.
When people like indicate when they're going left around a bend,
Yeah, I've done,
and then
I've done it occasionally
and
myself.
then they must have just
Why?
left it on or something.
It's
just like a habit.
You're going
of accident.
straight. That's like.
No, like sometimes like a tight bend.
Yeah.
Oh,
What do you mean? They're going
actually,
straight, or they're actually going left and indicating left?
It's
Or
like
they're
the
going
road just veers
The
off.
road veers left, and
And so they
No, see, it's just your perception. So, like for example, coming here, I go the back way. It looks like a really hard bend, so I don't see the full curvature until distance, which you've got to indicate prior, not literally people indicate a split second before. So I indicate thinking it's actually a proper turn left, and I realise, it's just a curve, I didn't really, and I unflick it.
Yeah.
So you're seeing the back end of it, and I realising this guy just made a mistake.
Yeah.
And I don't do it anymore. I do odd sometimes, but most of the time I don't. So
that's
perception.
That's what she's saying.
Yeah.
That's how it could have happened.
Yeah.
But then there was at least 20 meters though where he could have had time to then turn off.
I was
Yeah.
just answering his question where you said why. And I was saying why it can be an accident.
I'm going to drink it.
Why would you do something like that?
Yeah. And then she answered, right?
Yeah.
The other day going down that bend, but from the other way. So from Rock Bank, like going down and then going back over towards Amesbury.
Yeah.
I was going down that, and a car was turning right to go into Melton.
Yeah.
And you know how there's like a little section where
You can wait.
they wait.
Yeah.
I was going past him.
Yeah. And someone pulled out.
And the person that was waiting, he decides to do this. Go.
Oh.
I literally went into the grass of that little patch.
Yeah.
Because I was going like 60, 70. And I was like, what the fuck? And I almost hit when coming back in, I almost hit the bridge.
Yeah, you were doing 60.
Is that a dangerous intersection?
Oh
Yeah,
yeah.
You go down a hill and they go down a hill and up the hill.
It's so dangerous. One used to be 80,
hate
so
it.
people
I hate
still
it.
do 80 now it's 60, and because there's so many more people, it's so much more built up.
There's tons of
always
traffic.
so busy.
Yeah, it's the
so
alternative route
dangerous.
if the main road actually has accidents or a lot of traffic. I go
And
that
it's
way.
the
I
main
go that
route
way for work.
And it's the main route for a lot of people in this area.
Yeah.
It's everywhere.
But do you know anyone's had accidents there though?
yeah, there's
Quite
a lot.
a lot.
Every other day there's...
It's
Wow.
like from 4 o'clock, 3 o'clock to like 4:30. It's like
I was
There's-
waiting
there's
there
a line.
How far have
for
you seen the line?
15 minutes to get
Up the
to
hill?
turn right.
15 minutes.
Yeah, I've had going down the hill to
How
the
far
rear.
have you seen the?
Amesbury,
Yeah,
I've been
Another reason I want to
10 minutes or so waiting to get
15
down.
minutes. Yeah, but how far has the cars gone up the hill?
Like all the way up, like
All
to
the way up,
like
to flat.
to the trees and the farmhouse at the top.
Serious?
Yeah, like
past that.
Past
And
that.
the only reason why people wait as well is because the people turning right into Melton fuck it up, because people are actually going down from Exford to go. Most of them are turning left to Melton.
Yeah, Melton.
So
That's
all
right.
these people that are waiting in that lane are screwing up the people wanting to turn right.
Because they want to go. Oh yeah.
Yeah. So if they just went a little bit back, because most of the time, like if it was, everyone's turning left, so these people can go all the time, and
So
these
what
people
they
have
need?
to
They
wait.
need a roundabout.
That'd be a weird roundabout.
Blake
If
said
they should,
Toby Maguire is the best buddy.
Yes. Best overall Peter Parker and Spider-Man. Yes.
Oh shit.
Andrew
This
Garfield, best
topic
Spider-Man.
again. Spider-Man.
Tom Holland, best Peter Parker.
And Milena said, I know what T-boned means, but it is not comforting to hear a family member went through one. Okay.
I'm okay.
She's playing that like
there was an emoji with like
T-bone,
they're
like-
scared. yeah.
Actually, it was. Yeah, she just reminded me of actually what actually fully happened.
if I can go this
I
way.
was driving
Oh, that's
behind
better.
my wife, taking the car to get
Oh, so you
taken
saw
to
it
the
that way.
mechanic. I was literally behind her, no, actually in front of her, and I went first, and she went and through my rear mirror.
This
just
is
saw her get taken out.
Much better than Instagram Live.
Spun around, and I just ran
Thanks.
out. Like you see in one of those movies, you're like,
Might
hoping
need
they're
a
alive,
better
so she was
central
just in
mic.
shock. She-
Yeah, I need
It
to.
hurt.
Any
Yeah.
injuries or?
Just a little bit of whiplash and just.
I'm gonna figure out a way.
adrenaline, fear.
And
But it was freaky as.
Keith said
Full over brain
Andrew
out.
Garfield's the best buddy.
Oh, that's-
yeah, Spider-Man, not Peter Parker.
Okay.
He's too cool for Peter Parker.
All right. We always have to go back to this. And then that's
I've
it.
done intensive
I'm sorting out the mics.
Intensive research.
I need to split the mic source so I can feed these mics into that. And then, yeah. It's a work in progress. But this is, how do I make the text bigger on this? Because I can't read shit.
Glasses.
That's so,
Pinch? No.
Yeah, you read it, man.
Isn't that his job?
Yeah, it's supposed to be.
Yeah.
I should be concentrating on the conversation.
Play with settings.
So, Alexander,
Yes.
you're studying psychology, right?
Barely, but yeah.
All right.
I'm a
Attending.
Actually, no. That's the degree I'm doing. Yeah. Yeah.
All right. Give us some psychological facts that are cool, mate. Some cool psychological facts.
Most
Some
of the facts I
interesting
know
things
are
that
from
you've
Year
learned.
12 psychology when I actually enjoyed my
That
teacher.
what got you into it.
Yeah, pretty much that. So you've got different forms of memory, obviously. You've got long-term, short-term, and you've also got sensory memory, so like iconic and echoic.
What's that?
Iconic memory. Thanks for asking, Dad. Appreciate that. Iconic memory. If you look at something, it briefly appears and it disappears. It's your memory, how quickly or how long you can retain that visual image in your mind.
Okay.
So if like, let's say on the screen, 3 apples just appear like for a millisecond, you'll remember and say 3 for a short period of time. Afterwards, it disappears. Whereas too long a duration, and if the image was fast enough flashed, you'll forget it. So that's iconic memory.
Okay.
And that apparently lasts 0.2 to 0.4 seconds. And then if you're having a conversation with someone and then you ask them to repeat themselves, but then you kind of figure out what they said a second later and then you answer it.
Yeah, that's ADHD.
That's that, but it's also echoic memory, which is 3 to 4 seconds. So basically, your ears sensory memory. Yeah.
Cool.
So that was something I learned. That was part of the Atkinson and Schiffman's model.
Let's take. Yo.
All good?
Yep.
Yeah. So that was fun. I enjoyed that from psychology. Had some good teachers for it. Yeah.
Cool.
It was just a fun fact.
Keith said, also, I wonder if there's a way to get others to join live. So,
Yes, there is. You want to call in? You can call in on WhatsApp if you like, or
From time to time, just to spice up this podcast, I'm going to randomly say the N-word.
oh yeah,
Looking at a camera.
Just
the N-word, you know.
with the A or the hard ER.
Hard ER,
Yeah.
obviously. It's okay, my work logo is covered, so they can't find me.
I need to get Keith in to talk to you as well. You guys would have fun.
so you're going to put him on too, Keith?
What's he say? You want to get on the pod? Let's call Keith.
Can they see it from WhatsApp as well?
Oh, we can. We can do it, man.
He said, haha, nah, like via YouTube Live.
Via YouTube Live.
Like have two people playing at once.
Yeah, I'll put you up on screen, mate. I can do that.
Can't at the moment.
Well, then shut up. You're not helping. Okay. You want us to talk about something? Or are you just trying to interrupt the podcast with useless questions? Anyway.
He said, haha.
Insulting the few fans that we have.
I know, right? Nah, he's not even a fan. He's just my friend. So.
I don't know about now.
Maybe not.
Downgraded, work colleague.
Boss and
No,
friend.
just work colleague. Not even a boss.
Yeah. So, back to psychology. Anything else? What else we got? Let's mine the psychological field.
I thought I shut it down pretty quick, but all right. Let's see, what else do I know? I'm really good at faking knowing what I'm doing. So give me some prep time. I got this, man. Random facts about psychology. Red makes you hungry.
You're
hence
fired,
why
yeah.
McDonald's Hungry Jacks have a lot of
Yeah, red and yellow, right? Yeah.
Apparently, if you eat off a circle plate, it's meant to taste sweeter.
No, I didn't know that one.
Yeah.
Circular versus square.
Square, yeah. I can't remember which way it was,
What
but
if you're eating with your eyes closed? You don't know what side plate it is.
well, then that doesn't make an impact.
You're
But it's a
fired,
side
yeah.
thing. Because you eat
Why am I
with your
fired?
eyes
And
first,
kind of
and
bit
your nose,
out
and
of
then your
loop right
taste
now. The
buds.
Wi-Fi went
It
weird
has impact.
just a bit. Just now.
There you go.
That's from Melena,
Did you study?
I think.
Systems engineer, so
Tell us a fun fact about
electrical
systems
engineering and computers. Fun fact.
Yeah, feels good, right?
Yeah.
Fun fact about
fact.
IT.
Watch this.
It's going to kill us all.
It's good. AI.
AI, mate. Yeah. That's fun.
You got to read it out.
He just
What's he saying?
No, because there's a delay,
I was advertising single thing, and I could see myself advertising it.
and so he got the bottle to the camera and just smiled.
I did a from a
Product placement. From what?
oh my god, Mike Myers movie. Name one of his movies.
No, I'm not giving it to you.
You're being cruel tonight.
Come on, mate. You can do it.
Party time.
Oh, yeah. I know what you're talking about.
You don't know it. Do you know
No,
it?
I don't know it.
He knows.
I'm not going to help you either.
Oh my god, it's stuck in my head. It's such a simple title.
He's such a poor boy from a poor family. Swear in this life of this monstrosity.
Nothing for me.
Go on, he can't do it.
Nothing in my
Anyone
head.
in the chat gonna help him? Or not help him?
Oh my god, no.
What movie with Mike Myers? Not Michael Myers, Mike Myers. Party time, excellent.
Keith wants
You know
to talk
the
about
movie?
AI.
You know the movie?
Keith wants to talk about
I may or
AI.
may not, but I'm not helping you regardless. Especially if I don't
Half an
know.
hour in, I'm going to say it out of nowhere. Like him saying the N-word.
I will not be doing that.
Alright,
It's Spider-Man.
alright, so
Which one? Which Spider-Man?
Oh,
ask Yoss's opinion
can't make it too
about the NSA joining what? I can't. Joining OpenAI.
just government control. I'm sure he can fill in the rest.
Wayne's not.
Wayne's not.
Oh my god.
Thank you.
Ah, there we go. Wayne.
See, buddy.
I was getting, for some reason I was thinking weird science. Just W. Don't know why. No, it has
Well,
nothing.
it's a W. Wayne's
Yeah.
not, yeah. WW.
We need someone with
moving
opposite
it.
political views because the four of us pretty much share the same views, I believe.
Yeah.
Besides Keith.
I think she disagrees with a lot of the things
does,
we think,
but-
but
and I
she won't
mean-
say it.
No. Yeah. And I mean, no offense whatsoever, but like you're not aware of the actual like statistical information. Well, actually, there is
I know
none for that
nothing.
side, so it doesn't matter.
No, you know lots of things about what you know, but
but
but you're not
this-
interested in political
No,
stuff.
I don't know a lot on political
Oh, can we get
sense.
Andrea on? I remember that was
yeah.
somewhat fun at the.
No, I was called an intolerable narcissist, apparently.
I know what?
Yeah.
Entitled,
Intolerable.
intolerable narcissist.
Yes. So that was nice. I don't know.
Sorry, we need someone.
Weren't you the one that came up with stats?
Hmm?
Weren't you the only one that came up with like stats?
The other side of
And actually asking questions and they weren't answering the questions. And
Yeah, but see, here's the thing: when you're in a debate, like it was, you just say she was sit here and try and argue against all of us,
Yeah, you feel pressure.
right? And then if you're not saying stuff right, you start to trip over your words. And so I wasn't very eloquent in that that discussion. I was getting some stuff out, but then you end up getting frustrated, and then they get frustrated, and so it's just I'm working on these conversations. It's
I really enjoy watching them because I'm kind of the outsider of the family, and I agree with about 99% of what you say. And I have the stats just in here, but because I'm not blood related to your family, I can't say anything.
you get kicked out.
Oh, he's the
That's
little
cute.
scared sheep in the corner.
Not scared. I just want to make sure that
It kind
Best
of stands behind me.
Yeah,
and
he's full. I love the politics, eh?
Yeah.
Going hardcore on that. I'll stay out, beneficial of myself.
yeah, exactly.
I'll let the bro just get slaughtered.
Yeah, it's very fun.
No, I don't get slaughtered, but he likes seeing
that's what it sound like.
the sparks
yeah.
fly.
Yeah, I love it. It makes me so happy.
Yeah.
That was like throughout like high school when I was really into politics, only American politics. I would spend like almost all of my free time just watching kind of debates between the two sides and different kind of political stunts or whatever. A lot of the kind of when people would go to like schools and do the change my mind segments. That kind of thing. I really watched all of those. I enjoyed those. I enjoyed Ben Shapiro. He was quite prominent. He probably still is. But and I was really obsessed with all
What
of
happened
that.
to him?
I've got no idea.
What do you mean?
I've stopped entirely with politics.
Completely.
I think.
Ah,
But did something happen?
I don't know.
If you're going to say it, say it.
Ah, well, Keith, they're coming in on that.
Huh?
Well, since all the Israel stuff happened, that's when everything changed with him, didn't it?
It didn't. What do you mean? Like, can you?
No,
I
Ben
explained it.
Shapiro.
Where did he
That's
go
what Keith
before?
No bench. What do you mean? No Ben Shapiro. As in, don't talk about him.
said. What's so bad about Ben Shapiro?
Because he's very pro-Israel.
Oh, okay.
So
Comment was just to stir him. I said it. It was for
And
Keith.
Keith said yes.
Yeah.
Oh, Ben
people
Shapiro, I
just
watched a
seem
lot of his
divided.
co-workers stuff. That's what Milena said.
yeah. So like I can respect where he's coming from on most things. Like, but he's very conservative. He's very hard right. But hard right, yeah, maybe. I don't know. Would you say he's hard right?
I don't know if he's hard right, but his approach is very of the hard right.
Yeah.
In terms of incredibly direct.
Yes.
Lacking any kind of
No empathy.
no empathy or compassion.
Yeah.
And not trying to make it easier for them to understand his point of view.
Yeah.
He's saying it as he
brute
sees
force.
It. Yeah.
Yeah.
Which is purely logical and statistical, and if
Yeah.
you're looking at it objectively, it's clear and probably the best form of communication.
Yeah.
But people that especially he's talking to are not clear and logical all the time and objective.
Yeah.
So then you need to tailor your communication to them, which
Yeah.
he does not do.
Yeah.
That's why he gets the hate.
Yeah, and so since October 7th, he's been like, yes, super pro-Israel, and anyone who says anything to the contrary, he's just attack.
But isn't he Jewish though? So
yeah, that's why he's pro-Israel. Yeah. And they kicked out Candace Owens.
Not sure.
You know, the black conservative woman?
Oh, maybe.
Oh, her.
It's been a long time.
Yeah, her. And so he kicked her, like, because she was part of the Daily Wire for a long time. But she had her own sort of, she's got her own following. So she sort of, she walked away. She's got her own thing going now. But yeah, that was...
Elena said something about Brett Cooper.
Yeah, I love Brett Cooper.
Yeah,
she's great.
Have you seen the comment section now?
Yeah.
Since whatever post, it's just men crying. Yeah. So she's like engaged now or something.
Oh, yeah.
Just so many sad men, like Batman with tears strolling down his face. In all the comment section.
She's going to be...
it's great.
She's going to be in a Snow White movie.
Yeah, she's going to be Snow White. Like the opposite of all Disney and current
all the
productions.
woke stuff.
Yeah. That'd be good.
And Keith said he's not hard right. And Milena said, have you watched the rap he participated in? It's called Facts with Tom McDonald.
No, have not.
No.
And Keith said Candace is a very strong Christian.
Yeah. Yeah, so she's Christian, he's Jewish. I was like, nah.
I'm sure he'd have his own, he'd give other reasons as to why he can do it, I'd imagine. Other than just simply saying religious reasons.
Brett
He
Cooper
didn't
now.
no, there was actually, they gave no reasons really.
Oh, really?
They were just like, we had creative differences or something like that. It was
They're having a conversation between themselves. Brett Cooper's actually married now, I think, and Keith said that's why she was booted.
That's why she wasn't booted. Oh no, he's talking about Candace Owens.
Candace, yeah.
Two things, two conversations going on.
Yeah.
How about you? Stupid.
Yeah.
I spend most of the podcast looking down.
Good talk.
I should just be the guy in the background and just like trying to like chime in and tell everyone what to say.
Let's do one of these things.
Yeah.
Let's do a nah. Instagram over here so people home can see.
So can people see your screen right now?
Yeah, they can see that.
Instagram? Oh, cool.
Yeah. Check these guys out. They're legends.
Oh no.
Yeah, I know.
Nah, that's not real.
It's real.
Oh.
And we know that you would volunteer to do that.
Oh, that is Michael in the barrel.
Yeah, I'd rather apply. There's got to be some down there, at least in the G4. No?
This is where it gets serious. Just dragging out.
I mean,
There's nothing more. It's just...
Darwin is laughing.
Huh?
Darwin is laughing.
Yeah.
Darwin's laughing.
Yeah. He volunteered. He got in. Yeah. Even basic math would tell you where the trajectory is going, you know.
Milena said 2 different conversations, and Keith said, haha, sorry, Milena. No worries, that ain't safe.
Wait,
But that ain't safe.
okay. That ain't safe. No. That's men being men.
Still safer than a
it's not.
motorbike, you know. Just don't do it. Don't get one.
Oh, this is disturbing. No, I'm not going to do that one.
But has Alex's name in it?
I used to have one.
Huh?
Yeah.
Alex.
Oh, no,
Terrible.
this one's fine. This one.
Just a
You don't want to see that.
Suzuki.
Okay.
You don't
I
want
can't
to
remember the
it.
exact model. It was a 250.
We'll see what
So,
Was it like
The
a
dog.
touring or a...
There's-
no, it was a proper sports.
No, don't
Is that like a
yeah.
That's the
capybara?
only bike I'd want.
Huh?
Yeah.
The water, the middle one.
This one? What's that one?
It's a kangaroo.
Punch your fucking head in.
Yeah, so it is.
Look at my dog.
How strong
So I just need to eat grass.
Lucky you found it.
I'm like, why would you aggravate it again?
I'm out of here.
You know they go in the water for like defense? Kangaroos.
What?
Kangaroos go in the water for defense.
Huh?
I thought they'd be
that right?
more dominant on
Haji,
land.
I feel so tough now. How you doing?
No, from like
Where were you to
dogs
save
and
him?
whatnot.
Where were you? Look, freaking wall.
That's a cute dog.
Where were you
Look at
going?
that. Holding a dog hostage.
3 dogs.
Only in Australia.
Yeah, the other 2 are like, I'm not going near that.
No.
I just want to. What happened to its ears?
Like the
kangaroo.
kangaroo's ears.
By the wire fence.
Just be from
Yeah,
kangaroos.
probably from fences, yeah.
Or the kangaroos, maybe. Fighting.
Oh, yeah.
Bad ear piercing.
What did you say?
A bad
Yeah,
ear
bad
piercing.
ear.
Got infected or something.
Yeah. Got in a fight.
Yeah.
Tore it out.
It makes it look meaner.
Yeah,
Look at it.
or more aerodynamic.
I regularly have punch-ons with the Roos in Amesbury, Keith said.
There's lots of roos in Amesbury.
Dang, you're a tough cookie. You're a tough cookie.
Should we go back to... Should we keep watching? What we do? Oh.
Do something to react. Oh, I like to have a conversation about.
Something to react to. Some have a conversation. All right, let's not do yeah-nahs. Let's go somewhere else.
Because we all agreed about the yeah-nah.
Wait, you have a bit of autism, you have a bit of ADHD, probably something else. You got dyslexia,
I have
ADHD,
dyslexia. I have
anything?
dyslexia as well.
I don't know. I'll let other people
He
diagnose
doesn't like to
Nah,
have diagnoses.
nah, not at all.
All right,
Don't like labels?
Boxes you in.
Oh, really?
Yep. I thought you should know that, so I called you 101, mate.
Well, it depends on the people. Some people like labels. I like labels.
Do they really like it?
So you can know how to deal with shit and approach stuff.
No.
No?
No. Boxes you in.
Right.
Yeah.
Only if you let it box
Those
you in.
words are negative connotations. It's not like we walk around and go, hey, I got ADHD or autism, put it on our CV. No.
Does it depend on the...
I had a friend, man, after he told her that he's got ADHD, man, she just ran for the hills. Use that always against him, the way he behaved and everything. It just shut down the conversation. It wasn't healthy. It was better, I told him, it was better not to tell her. It's a negative
the whole thing
connotation.
of like breaking the stigma, like that you're saying? The negative
No,
connotation? Isn't that just
no,
the
because
stigma?
people, the people who don't have it, what are they going to do with that lack of knowledge of what it's like to actually have, if whatever you want to call that condition?
What are they going to do with the lack of knowledge?
No, they'll judge you in a way without understanding. So when you have arguments and debates, they just use that
yeah,
against
it's
you.
pointless. It's
And if you
really
get angry, then they think that you're not safe around other kids. It just, nah, it's not a good thing. We don't go walking around and go, oh, I've got autism, ADHD. It's
Oh, no,
sort of like,
I wouldn't recommend
nice to
saying
meet
to
you.
random strangers, no.
It's a negative connotation. It's not a positive thing. And
Oh, sure.
we're using a negative word to go, it's going to make me better. You're boxing yourself in.
I see it as, well...
No, it's an
I would
excuse.
not
Then
deal with
people
strangers.
I've seen it. People start making
More
their,
comments, yeah.
acting like their behaviour, and they've got an excuse to act the way it is.
Oh, yeah, they blame it on that and say, like, think
There
they
you
can get
go,
away with
boxes
it.
you in. It's a blaming mechanism, not dealing with the main issue at hand.
Yeah,
to me, the ADHD that's going around is just a byproduct.
Well, yeah, especially with social media and cell phones and all that stuff.
Yeah, so moving along.
Melania said, what's your view with Gen Alpha?
Gen
What's
Alpha.
Gen Alpha?
Please explain.
That's the youngest kids. That's like my
Is it the
kids'
youngest?
age. Gen Alpha. Well, they're screwed.
I see like a lot of doom, but then every now and again I see a clip of someone, some like Gen Alpha or whatever, saying something that's kind of topical and in tune with what's going on. And then I'm like, okay, not too bad. Maybe there's still some silver linings. But for the most
Why
part,
do?
I'll do just because of the influx of technology and how, because it's even more worse now in terms of the doom scrolling TikTok generation.
Have you seen a movie called Idiocracy?
No.
Yeah, you should watch it. Basically, it shows you there that humanity still survives.
Yeah.
Depends what you want to classify as surviving. They're just brain dead
Apparently,
retards. But
is it my
Oh, is that
generation
the,
now that have
movie
the
with
lower
the-
lifespan?
no, that's the movie based on.
No, I'm saying like
what's that?
currently, is our generation the one with a lower lifespan than the previous?
Can I answer that in another couple more years when
When we find out.
all the COVID stuff
people are
comes
dying?
Yeah.
all the jabs.
Yeah,
Yeah.
that's true. Yeah.
And also all the chemtrails. People
Yeah.
but that's just like for crops, yeah.
Oh no, that's
And also for lung
and-
disease.
yeah.
Yeah.
People are
Poison
still
and
effects.
everything.
Do you believe in chemtrails?
Yeah, have you looked into any of that sort of stuff?
I don't know what they are.
You know,
From
how-
planes.
I when we were driving back from the hospital, you know how I took my phone out and took a photo of the plane? Yeah, that's because that was the actual,
That was a real.
that was a real
one.
trail.
Isn't it when they change up the weather or something?
Yeah, like weather modification, but there's also conspiracies that like they're just because I've seen them spraying at night, like or like it's about to the sun's going down and I'm seeing like sprays all over the sky. So it's not for cooling down. It's like, well, what is it for? You know, who knows? We have no idea. but they're spraying something.
But there's two sides of that conspiracy. One, it's no longer conspiracy, and what they brought out in reality now, they just say, oh, okay, we are cloud seeding, but it's with benign products. It's not
I'm assuming
chemicals.
It's generating more clouds.
It's generating clouds.
To make rain.
Yeah.
So,
For crops or whatever. Or
Well, like in Dubai, they do it just so it rains.
just for the sake of it.
Yeah, well, so they keep their parks green and shit like that.
okay.
They want to.
Water is life, so...
But also...
But the other part of it is that they're putting things in it that are toxic.
Aluminium.
Yeah, so when it actually lands...
Barium, heavy metals and stuff. Mercury, stuff like that.
And that's been proven that they've actually...
Well, they've actually come out and said they're actually doing cloud seeding now, because if you said that to anybody, they'd be like, oh, you're just a nutter. But now they've come out, but they're going, oh, we're just making it with benign chemicals that are not doing any damage, and it's clean clouds, seeding clouds.
They lied once, why can't they lie twice?
The other conspiracy is that there's actually...
Of this proof, like there's other proof of soil samples. The amount of heavy metals in soil is it's everywhere, and it's like, how did it get there? It's, and also there's been a couple of states in the US who have banned chemtrails.
Yeah.
So it's like, why are they banning it if they don't do it?
I think South America
If there's no
did
such
that
thing
first.
Okay.
Yeah, Mexico, I think.
Melania said like iPad kids or the crazy birthday present list.
Hey, birthday present list?
I assume she means like kids nowadays have like an insane list and they want all of them, not just one.
I thought it was about iPads being on it constantly.
So
In relation to the generation being doomed, I'm assuming.
yeah, that's what I'm thinking.
right.
Well, that's what is also causing the side effects which people are believing, which is ADHD.
iPad's terrible. Well, and the
they're
proof in the
not.
pudding is
they're not terrible.
all the social media, like Zuckerberg and Elon Musk and who else? Like all the big tech giants, they don't let their kids have iPads and stuff. Steve Jobs never let his kid have
an iPad, his own invention.
Yeah. Oh. They're like, no, because he designed it for, basically he wanted phone, music, and video all in one sort of thing. But he made it sort of an open source platform that other people could lay their apps on top. It was the app developers, particularly like the social media, Facebook, Instagram, they were the ones who designed it to be as addictive as possible.
Yeah.
So they're like, they just want your eyeballs on it. So that's what the algorithm's all for.
There's this called compound 9-MEBC, which is a dopamine agonist. It's a research chemical. There's not much known about it, but it's really effective in terms of resetting the dopamine system. So resensitizing dopamine receptors so that they're more sensitive to dopamine.
Okay.
So a lot of people, particularly in the biohacking community, if they abuse stimulants for entrepreneurship or whatever, they'll take a week or two off stimulants while using that compound, and it'll be like a couple months detox of dopamine, for instance.
Oh, that's cool.
Yeah, that's pretty cool.
Where do you get that? So, like, you have to go...
You can buy it online if you know where.
Okay.
I know where. You can, yeah. But obviously it's a research chemical with very little information in terms of studies and that kind of thing.
Oh, really? Okay.
Yeah,
It's experimental.
Yes, it's experimental.
Right.
But
Sounds like whoever buys from him will be part of the control group, huh?
He's very into medicinal drugs.
I like pharmacology and exploring. Like natural ways are great and probably more effective and safer generally. But I'd assume, I like the impact of pharmacology on like neurons and receptors, synergism, that kind of thing. I find it really interesting.
Because you said reset.
Said what?
You said reset the receptor.
But you resensitize.
But then you went to how change the sensitivity, and I thought reset meaning what? If it's depleted, you're resetting it. So you just went to that side. So I just want to clarify.
Okay, more so.
But you just did.
Oh, I just did.
Yeah.
Cool.
The resensitize. So you're talking about that aspect.
I gotcha.
Because I was thinking depletion because you talked about 2 months of rehab. So you're reducing. If you're reducing, did I get it right? You're saying that reduces the time that your receptors are fully in charge again, and then you can actually go on a nice trip
it's
again.
Like imagine someone uses cocaine every day or caffeine, it'll become less effective as the day goes on because the receptors are less sensitive because they've been antagonized so much and they downregulate. And so when you take time off, they slowly upregulate again in terms of their sensitivity. And then when you take cocaine and caffeine again, it's more of an impact because your tolerance has decreased.
So how often and how long can you continue taking that medication?
Well, obviously it's research, but what people are doing,
from what they know.
From what we're doing, it's 1 or 2 weeks, and
Of taking it,
and then you're done, and then you stop.
And then when can you try it again before they can realise it's
there isn't really a wait this long. It's kind of what they're doing is take it for 2 weeks and not using any stimulants, oftentimes reducing their social media and music and anything that provides joy.
Okay.
Because it really kind of bounces back the dopamine receptors.
Yeah.
And then once they go back to using a lot of people use like Adderall or Ritalin or caffeine, a lot of stimulants if they're trying to be entrepreneurs and that kind of thing. They'll use that as well as constant information processing. So it's a lot of stimulation. Yeah. They'll do that for like a month or so. And then once that month ends, they'll do another 2 weeks and then just repeat the cycle. That way, instead of getting burnt out and needing to take like a month or two off without using that compound, they'll take 2 weeks off, for instance. So it's basically like a detox, but pharmacological.
Yeah, but
you're still actually detoxing.
Carl, what's that?
Wait.
Yeah.
Oh, you are still
you're still detoxing from all the things which cause you dopamine.
Yeah, but only for a short period of time.
Reducing the time. That's right. So that has reducing the recovery time.
Yeah,
that's that's big. What's the movie? Sorry, with the one with the Limitless. That reminds you of that.
If you about reducing recovery time, that's just expanding.
You explained reducing recovery. No, I'm about to relate to why. Yep. Is that if you're reducing recovery time, then you have more time to learn. Therefore, you can actually become smarter.
Yeah, faster. Yeah.
So you become smarter from it. So that's the relation to Limitless. Gotcha. You're smarter.
But so recovery time of what? Exactly.
Before the dopamine
receptors upregulate again through the lack of stimulation.
I don't know that dopamine and learning are necessarily one-on-one.
That's what he said about just a hard crash.
Well, in general,
studying.
You need dopamine is really amazing for learning. That's why you remember really memorable, exciting experiences because you have an influx of dopamine. Same with stressful ones because you also get a lot of dopamine from stress. Hence why you remember traumatic instances a lot of other processes. Yeah. But in terms of dopamine with learning in that aspect, the stimulants help you focus by going wow on your dopamine receptors, really zoned in. Yeah. And then obviously the more you do that, that becomes less effective and reduces your capacity for learning and active time of focus.
Right. Okay. Yeah.
Keith said it's simply called learning forward, interaction, or learning back.
Read that again, sorry?
Keith said simply it's called learning forward, interaction, or learning back.
I haven't heard that term or phrase before, so I'm not too sure what that means.
I'd like to hear more about that.
Yes, please, Keith.
Type a longer explanation.
Just paste what ChatGPT gave you.
I probably said that way too late from the conversation. So
yeah, maybe, I don't know.
No, but we were talking about learning.
Yeah.
Is that a spare glass? Why not? It's mine now.
Yes, it's yours.
It is mine now.
Anything else happening here? No. Yeah.
So there you go. I'm smarter. So I reckon it'll burn out the receptors, mate. It's not natural.
Maybe. We don't know.
Yeah.
A lot of my interest from that kind of pharmacological and biohacking is because throughout high school, I really struggled with my focus and concentration. I showed symptoms of ADHD. I have since been diagnosed with it, true or not, whatever. And so I was really interested in how I could fix it myself. And I'm lazy. And so I don't want to do behavioral changes. I thought, okay, maybe it's something wrong with my brain in terms of function as opposed to behavior, whatever. So then I was looking into different supplements like L-tyrosine, which is a precursor to dopamine, increasing that because people with what I have is typically lower, and then different stimulants and that kind of thing.
And for all the things you've tried, do they work for a little while and then peter off, or some of them don't work at all?
90% of things that I've done don't do anything.
Right.
The couple of things that I have done, which are strong prescription grade stimulants, work for a week or two and then don't work. Doesn't matter if I take a year off, they don't work again.
What?
Yeah.
Never again?
Nope. Really annoying.
Is that...
Because it works so well, it's amazing. I feel like a normal person.
Yeah, right.
I can do what a normal person does.
I'm
not better than anyone else.
Yeah.
I'm just normal.
Yeah.
Well, more normal anyway, how I perceive it. And then it stops working after a week and I'm like, well, okay.
So when you say normal, is that the voice in your head gets quiet, you can focus more easily?
Yeah, it's...
You're not as easily distracted?
Distractibility is gone. In terms of effort required to do anything difficult, is far lower.
Right.
Or it used to be. Just far lower requirement
Yeah.
to get in to do something. Even just basic household chores, whether it's like washing dishes, doing the floors, putting my laundry away, it will be something, okay, I have to do that. And there's no mental effort and difficulty. And there's no friction. Imagine like sandpaper rubbing against each other, you have friction.
Yeah.
That gets reduced greatly.
Right.
Or it did. And it just makes life easier. And then for focusing, for studying, for instance, which is my primary reason for doing any of this, it was a lot easier. It was more, to the extent, a bit more than a normal person, in that I'd be able to focus for like 6 hours straight.
Yeah.
It's probably a bit more than like average. And I was really great, hard focused. It would work perfectly. And yeah, voices in head. It's not like I hear lots of different voices at once. There are lots of different thoughts coming really quickly back to back.
Yeah.
It's not multiple at the same time, but it's very...
Yeah. Does one kind of get cut off by the other? Like you mid-thought and...
Sidetracked sort of
Yeah.
easily.
I think like 10 years ago or something, I created like a little analogy like for how I see my brain. It's almost like panes of glass. So lots of panes.
Yeah.
And in between each pane is a different thought.
Yeah.
And I can see through all of the panes, and I can see glimpses of all those different thought patterns and where it would take me. But if I want to explore one, I have to go through one pane at a time.
Right.
But I can see all of them, and they all come really quick.
Okay.
Not fun.
So it sounds like you're still analog, not digital.
Yeah, maybe. Yeah.
Yeah, it reminded me of like the old Disney, like when they first invented like perspective moves in Disney cartoons. They put them on sheets of glass.
Oh, okay. Yeah.
And so like a forest. They just move the camera towards it, and it would look like different perspectives.
So that's where it stems from.
That was a pretty cool mental picture.
Thanks, man.
I'm really good with your words. I'm not really good with my words.
Yeah, that's my thing. It's good. Once you guys start talking about something else, I'll just go like this. And then I'll get back into it. And be like, that's my thing.
Melissa said, oh my God, I relate so much to what you're saying.
Yeah. I'm pretty sure you got that from me, dear. Sorry.
You look like you're going to say something.
Oh,
Is
no.
that a question?
No. That's right. It's gone.
No.
All good.
Another
It's
pane of
gone.
glass back there.
Perfect analogy.
I've told him for years he's got ADHD. He's like,
It's a label.
Yeah.
No worries, Dad. Okay, water, please.
No. Glug, 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 glug. Let's get rid of your bottle that you keep advertising, you little son of a bitch.
No free product placement. Got to be sponsored.
Son of a bitch. No, you're not. You're a good boy. That would be calling your mother. Yeah, no. She's my sister. I like her. She's good.
Yeah. Do you have kids?
Yes, I do.
Oh, okay. Oh, yes, you have a daughter. Anyone else? Or is it just a daughter?
Yeah,
There's a few more.
Yeah. I knew about the daughter.
Okay, moving on. This is interesting.
The problem for me has always been that in terms of acting, most of the world can't get past Carlton. So because of that, I have been typecasted to the point where it's almost impossible for people to see me doing something else. Imagine for a second, you did something, people loved it, and then it ends and they tell you that thing that you were so great at, you'll never be able to do it again. You're no longer allowed to act because you did that one so well that we can't see you as something else. Absolutely loved the show.
About that?
Loved making it. But I can't watch it because it creates a certain amount of pain is associated with watching it. Because the enjoyment that everybody else had is the reason why I feel the pain. So it's a really interesting, weird world that I have to live in when people run up to me saying, Carlton! And the name creates pain. Because it stopped me from being able to do what I originally loved, which was acting.
Who's he?
Carlton from...
He had the classic dance, the Anyway.
Yeah, they played the dance animation over it.
Yeah.
Was he wearing like pink or purple or something?
He wears a lot of. He's a rich son.
dance.
Oh, okay.
It's funny because Will Smith can be in more movies after that because he casts himself as Will Smith. So he's Will Smith still. So he's Carlton, and in the show, he's Will Smith.
Right.
So,
he can't be typecast as himself. So it's fine.
Yeah.
Well, I don't think that's why he did well outside.
No. I'm saying I'm just.
Yeah. I get it. Good joke.
Carlton forever. Carlton. Will Smith is Will Smith.
Uh-huh.
Yeah. If you don't know that, so Will Smith is in that show. That's what got himself popular.
Okay.
And his name in the show is Will Smith.
Oh, I see.
What's in the show that does that?
No, it wasn't Will Smith. It was just Will. His name was Will.
The Office does it with like three of the characters.
Last name?
Yeah.
I'm pretty sure, wasn't it?
Carlton Banks. It was Banks.
No,
right?
that's his mum's sister's husband's last name.
Oh, okay.
Mr. Banks.
I wonder. Okay,
is
fine. You should just do it quietly. Yeah. And then
I was just yawning. Continue.
There's only back in. Pumping that drug.
Yeah, it's funny. Yeah, Mikey used to come on here every time, and he would be yawning the whole bloody time.
Yeah, Will Smith.
Falling asleep while we're watching stuff.
His name is Will Smith. Will Smith.
So, there you go.
So
there's something new. He was Will Smith.
Yeah.
Thanks, Michael.
Is Will Smith.
And
he'll
he's
continue
trying to uncancel himself at the moment, so he's a bit in the rut too.
Yeah, good luck.
Oh, apparently Bad Boys 4 is doing very well. So, yeah.
He's also in something else. That's where he's making something else.
Oh, yeah, I Am Legend 2 is coming out.
Yeah.
Really?
Yeah, even though he died at the end of the first one.
It's probably a different
Although there was another...
They're going with the alternate ending.
I did like the alternate ending.
Yeah. So he, instead of...
He walks through them.
Yeah.
Was he like, they sense some humanity, or he senses humanity in them or something like that?
No,
Is it about
he gives the girl back.
Yeah, and so they say, all right, cheers, mate.
We're good.
Yeah, piss off.
Yeah. But in the end of the real, the theatrical version, it blows up, right? Yeah.
Mm.
Yeah, I'm surprised they didn't go the other one. Why do you not want to set up the possibility for another movie?
I think, I don't know, the director...
I was going to say the director.
Sorry?
I was going to say the director.
Well, he shot both versions. So I'm pretty sure the studio would have chosen the version that was in the theatre. Maybe they didn't want to go for a franchise. It was a pretty kind of franchise. Like, there wasn't a lot of franchises at that time. Was there?
Because there are a lot of good movies that end just at one, and if they did make another, then you think it's not nearly as good as the first. There are some like that, so maybe go for that.
Yeah. Q said he didn't die. Yes, sorry, the alternate ending's so good. Hollywood. It's Hollywood producers and studios.
Yeah.
They know jack about what is good.
Yeah. It was the studio. Yeah.
Have you seen that movie before, though?
No.
I Am Legend. It's pretty good.
Great.
When did it come out?
7.
Is it the same time when I, Robot came out as well? That's a good movie too.
I want to say
7.
Within a couple of years.
No, I want to say I Robot. But I'm just guessing 2007. I Am Legend. No idea.
I went straight to thought of the movie 7.
It's 2007.
Oh, is it?
Yeah, and I Am Legend 2 is Michael B. Jordan as well. Michael B. Jordan's in I Am Legend 2.
Yeah, cool. I like Michael B. Jordan. He's good.
Magical Joe I was talking
I, Robot came out in 2004. I, Robot came out before I Am Legend.
Maybe the respite.
I said 2004.
Power nap there.
What, a power nap? What?
No, he goes a quick response because it's because of that drug over there. No, because of the respite, just had a bit of a power nap.
Yeah.
No, I can't.
Smell what?
Don't ask me for the smell thing.
Do you want to tell the audience about your smelly hand?
No.
Okay, can we go back to our conversation?
Why are we having side conversations?
Because we don't want to talk about the smelly hand. It was a joke, so let's get back to our conversation.
Because that's all I smell right now every time I drink. I just smell it.
Keep it to yourself.
Use your left.
Yeah, use your other hand.
Like you're meant to be doing.
That's nasty.
Does not smell good.
Stop it. Can you focus on the conversation, please? How about you just look? Go on, converse.
Give him an iPad.
Huh?
Give him an iPad and scroll.
I know, but yeah, like a child at the restaurant.
Yeah. I really don't want to do that. If we have kids, can we not solve their problems by giving them iPads and stuff? Yeah, cool.
I'll go when I
Okay,
first.
okay. Wait till life just
Oh,
drag
yeah,
you through the
I'm
ringer.
looking forward to being like, just take it.
We got a recording of this kit. So
Yeah,
cool.
yeah.
Just,
I fully expect a lot of things
Cut
that I want
to-
to happen now to not make it, but
yeah,
I'll do what I
okay,
can.
okay, yeah, sure.
Have
Do
you
what I can.
heard of Brazil? I have a friend that's really interested in all films, and there was 2 versions of it.
Yes.
The original, which doesn't have a happy ending, the other one where it ends on a happy note.
No, the Brazil, the studio version, the theatrical version, was the happy ending. But the director's cut is a mind-bending, wonderful
What movie,
version.
sorry?
Brazil. It's Terry Gilliam is the director. He directed 12 Monkeys and other very cool stuff. It's set in it's a science fiction future movie.
I think it's old.
Yeah, it's pretty old. It's like 80s or something.
85.
Yeah. And it's very kind of industrial. It looks old, but in the future.
Okay.
It's like maybe 30s styling, futuristic, and lots of pipes and maybe
steampunk?
Yeah, kind of like pre-steampunk era, and yeah, it's very cool. It's got Robert De Niro's in it, small character, but very. It's just weird and twisted, and
So there are 2 versions. One Hollywood made, which was bad, and one with the director's version was good.
well, it's a British director, so it's a British film. But again, studios get involved and they're like, what? Because the end is like really like, oh, you're wrecked at the end of it. And so they go for a happy ending. Yeah. But it's brilliant. It's a great film.
Brazil. Is it set in Brazil?
Oh, wonder, let's look up the, what is it called?
A trailer.
The trailer. Yeah, that's it.
It doesn't need justice.
No, yeah, it's an old.
You can comment on it.
What's going on? What?
In-house joke.
Oh, I turned it off.
No, you didn't. He did.
Oh, so
Like
there
an
was,
hour ago.
Lovely. Thank you very much.
They're childish and then
Still
giggling in the corner.
Oh, there we go. It's in there.
The little things in life, you know.
he does it.
Aww.
He took my light.
Appreciate him, yeah.
He took my
on
light
your
bulb.
motorbike, yeah. Awesome.
He does mind games.
That'd be
He took my
hypocrite,
light
but
bulb
no.
out of my.
No, they're fun, man.
Yeah.
Yeah. He took my light bulb out of my.
If
It's terrible.
you got a bike when I had it, I'd be like, yeah, go for it, enjoy life a little bit. But people are just crazy.
Are
on the
you
road
live
these days.
streaming?
That's the scary thing.
And I imagine, how long ago did you have yours? I'd imagine more traffic now compared to ever new.
Yeah, that too.
Because my dad used to, I think he was like 12 or something.
12 motorbikes.
Yeah, 12 or 13 over the course of his life. Or like 30s or something. But yeah, he had some big crashes. He's got scars all along here. It's from giant.
Oh, God.
Yeah.
Yeah, it was probably about 18, nearly 20 years ago, so...
All right, ready to go.
Yeah.
My leg is numb.
Brazil.
So I keep swapping my legs over.
Yeah.
Do you wake from your finest fantasy only to return to your daily nightmare? Is your mother about to look younger than you do?
It's so good, actually.
The woman of your
Memories.
I love you. In my dreams, I love you.
Still have a few doubts. Then it's time to take a stand. To break out of your dull, humdrum life and into Brazil.
So pleased you will make it right this way.
I feel like I'm tripping.
I was going to say, is this something they should watch on psilocybin or?
That's one of the things we can't talk about.
We're all in this together.
Just tell the language for you.
Yeah.
Terrorist bombing.
That's what I said too.
It involves anything unsavory. Trust me, Jack.
Big Toto.
And late night shopping. True love.
You don't trust me?
Trust you? Trust you? The man who hijacks my truck, loses me my job, and the big security man in town looking for me? Of course I trust you.
I'm trying to help.
Yeah.
And creative plumbing.
There's a problem.
That's the
No, I can't.
From Terry Gilliam, director of Time Bandits, Jonathan Price.
Sam, what are we going to do with you?
Robert De Niro. I came into this game for the action, the excitement. Go anywhere, travel light, get in, get out, wherever there's trouble, a man alone.
Catherine Hope and Michael Palin.
We've always been close, haven't we?
Yes, Jack?
Well, until this all blows over, just stay away from me.
Brazil. It's only a state of mind. We're all in it together.
Never seen it.
It's really
Have they ever thought of remaking it? You know how good things always get remade.
So he works for like an NSA type company. Like it's always they're like the man always spying on everybody, and then he becomes sort of the target of an investigation or something like that. Yeah, it's
on
really,
Disney Plus.
really good.
It's on Disney.
Director's cut. Do not watch the theatrical cut.
How am I supposed to know which one?
The minutes, I'm guessing. Director's cut.
Yeah,
longer.
you could check out which has the longest duration. It would be longer, I'd say. But yeah, it's very, very cool. Weird as hell.
Interesting.
It looks weird.
Yeah. Yeah, because he's questioning his own sanity half the time. So yeah.
So just the ending.
Because there's fantasy elements to it. Like he's sort of in dreams half the time as well. So yeah.
Melinda said it was crazy, especially since some drama went on during the height of the tension in the film. For my friend with 1 viewers, my friend Indy would agree with you on that.
Would agree with me on what?
I don't know. At one point, she said that when you were talking.
Oh, okay.
I assume.
But yeah, it's great. Good film. Good suggestion.
Brazil.
Brazil.
Is that what it's from?
That's a Brazilian music. Oh. Yeah, so I guess it ties in with the title.
Watch the director's cut and not the theatre cut.
Yes, that's what she agrees with. Yeah. Got it.
How is it to know which one? That's why. There's only one option comes up. Brazil.
Alright, let's pick another one. Let's look at something.
How many movies with director's cuts that are actually worse? Like, for example, Donnie Darko. I've only seen Donnie Darko, but people say the original was actually better. I like the score better.
It kind of was. The director's cut for Donnie Darko kind of over-explained it.
It's been feeding it,
a bit too much. Whereas the theatrical cut, whilst you didn't know exactly what was going on, it made it more interesting. Yeah. But yeah.
Yeah, I've only seen it.
Most director's cuts.
Have you seen Donnie Darko?
No. How about you?
No.
How about you, chat?
Oh, you got to watch it.
Director's cuts
really
that are worse than the original.
Could you click on the top right panel? I'm interested by that.
This
one? No, the Instagram.
Black and white.
The text. Yeah, that one.
A fact is information minus emotion. An opinion is information plus experience. Ignorance is an opinion lacking information. And stupidity is an opinion that ignores facts. A fact. Let's show it to the people. No, not that one. Yes. We're quiet, so Mikey can process.
No, I'm trying to link it to like politics, like to like Trump and Biden or something.
No, it's just about.
I know, just in general, but I'm trying to think what side is what.
It's not about sides.
You don't. It's not linked to
I know.
anything.
I know.
So what are you doing?
I'm just trying to like clock like something.
Yeah, but you're clocking the wrong way.
You figure that out, man.
I'm on the stupidity
All
side of it.
Let's spell it out.
I can read it. I get it. A fact is information minus emotion. Yeah.
Right. Minus emotion.
It's just
it's what it is.
Yeah.
Right.
Opinion is information plus experience.
Right.
Yeah, I get that. Yeah. Ignorance is opinion lacking information. Yeah. And a stupidity is an opinion that ignores the fact.
Yeah.
We should have spoke about what we spoke. It was just the three of us the other day about like how I constantly need answers for everything. I can't like accept anything. Or like say, oh yeah, okay, unless I don't understand it.
Yeah.
I should have said that for now.
But do you walk around not knowing a lot of things?
Well, I'd imagine so.
So therefore you accept it, don't you? Because you continue walking around.
In terms of
so
like,
you're
if
choosing
someone's
what
wanting
you...
me to change my behaviour, I need to know why.
It's got to be a specific direct
It has to be
topic
related.
that comes to light. Okay, like the elephant in the room. Yeah, okay.
Yeah, it can't be just
Yeah.
like random things because I don't know a gazillion things. But if something's wanting to be different or if something's having an impact on me or in any sense,
like
I have to know why.
You have to wear a
But
seatbelt.
how deep down the rabbit hole do you go
wanna
to
why you have
know
to wear a
why?
It depends on the thing, I suppose. If it's someone wanting me to change my behaviour around them, I want to know why, because then I may be able to say, okay, well, this is the actual problem.
Oh, you want to
changing my
get
behaviour.
deep down root, know why? Yeah, that's right. Yeah.
Or if it's something like, it's uncomfortable or something like that, just something simple, just a basic emotion that doesn't actually require any uncovering, then that's fine. But
Doesn't it sound like most people though?
I'm a bit obsessive with it though. Well, apparently, I'd say so.
I'm very much just...
I think you and I are like that as well. Like I like to know why. I need to
I
know
just
why.
do
If I get
Why.
an equation, I don't like having to remember equation for certain things. I want to know how they came to the equation. That way, no matter what the situation changes, I can actually, boom, on the fly, change it. Not just limited by this one equation you have to remember. That means you don't fully understand how it came about. So you're just using a second portion.
I think you actually mean you don't want just the answer. You like the equation. So
No,
you can
I want
break it
to
apart.
know how it came about. If you said something that was like a trigger to me, I want to know what went through your mind and at the time of why you said that. If you don't understand that, then how can you understand anything that comes out of the person's mouth? And you're just going to take it based on your emotions at that time. So I understand where you come from.
Sorry about that.
So it's not that bad.
Wait a second.
Seems like you're like, it's like you're a bit too excessive, like you said, like like badgering the witness, sort of excessive.
I suppose so. Yeah, not in the sense of being aggressive or hostile, not at all, but just repetitive. They'll give me an answer, and I'm not happy with that. It doesn't explain enough, so I say why again, and then they'll give me another answer that takes like 30 seconds. Instead of me saying, "Oh, okay, I see it from that way," but I'm not quite sure, I'll just say why. Just why, till I get down deeper to the actual reason. Like all the time, it didn't happen today. What was it about? I don't remember any of it.
You're not listening to me.
Shit, that was detrimental. Yeah, you remember now.
Livy's turn. Let's tell the story.
No, I know, that's what I'm saying. Go further. Like, what do you mean? I don't remember.
No, okay, I was already like tense because I didn't really have a crash. And I was angry at that person, so I didn't have much patience. And I have been looking after you a lot, and for like past 2 weeks. And so, when he got to my house, when we got in my room, well, he's like, "Oh, let's hug." And then he's like, "Oh," he just like pulled up the covers. And I don't want to go underneath the covers because I made my bed. And I want my bed to be made. But he still wanted it, and so we did that. And then he was annoying me in some way, or like we were wanting to watch a TV show. We're watching Dexter at the moment, but he's wanting to watch The Boys now because that came out. So he's like, "I want to watch that now." So I'm like, "But okay, yeah, it's okay, but that's what you wanted."
Yeah.
And then there's other things, and I was just getting frustrated. And so then I left the room and I just hugged Mum just to like decompose. And then I realized that like I was a bit aggravated or like tense and just not happy because
short fuse already.
I was doing all these like just like little minor tiny things but it was always just what Alexandra wanted, nothing about me. And so I was like annoyed because I'm like, I've spent like 2 weeks doing everything for you, and then you're like, we're just doing everything that like suits you. And so, but to get to that point, I was just saying like how, I can't remember what I said, but like I said, I just feel like
we've been doing everything you wanted to do.
Yeah.
And then I go on to say...
you've been ungrateful.
Yeah, I suppose, maybe.
I don't know, but I just think so.
But where did you...
So you're saying that if she states multiple times that she looked after for a couple of weeks and in all these other things, it's not showing gratitude.
Yeah,
so you're not being grateful.
What happened, like I said to him, like when I came back into the room, I was like a bit more, not as like tense. And like, "Oh, I feel like we've just been doing everything that you want to do." And he goes, "Well, wait, but we have watched your show." Because like one night we're watching Dexter, but then I'm like, oh, I don't want to watch anymore. Like, I just want to take a break. And say, okay, cool. So it's like, but so we did do some things that you wanted to do.
And I just quickly as well, I also said that I've been in hospital and had COVID for a week and a half, been in bed the whole time. So it's not really doing anything that I wanted to do. As like, it's not like I said, oh, let's do this, let's go out tonight or whatever like that.
Yeah, it's like a want.
And it's not to take away from the fact that she's been looking after me and doing everything for me. So it's been about me this whole time. Not necessarily, it's not like I've had a good time either, but it's probably a lack of acknowledgement of her part and her contribution. And then when I am feeling better, which is now, not respecting her wishes to do something different.
Yeah,
even if it's minor as like I'm making the bed.
Yeah.
Something like that, because it's been so long and previously tense. Then bigger the straw.
Yeah.
And so to get to this point of us understanding each other, it was going to the point of me saying something very more broad, being like, I feel like we're just doing what you want, and then Alexander being like, but why? I don't understand. No, we haven't.
So you had
and
to
so
dissect
it's
the whole thing.
dissected down to this point. And so that took a
Because she said she didn't want
while.
to watch it. So I asked why. She said, I just don't really feel like it. Why?
Yeah.
And that kind of key question. I'm not very good at just accepting something if I
And
don't
so I was
understand
like
it.
to him, like, can't
Which
you
is
just
good
be
and bad,
like,
depending on the situation.
I see that you're upset with the situation. Oh, I'm sorry that you feel this way. Can we, it's more like, oh, but why, but there's no hardcore, like there's no physical proof.
I don't see anything
Right.
wrong with it.
It's
Because
this
if you're on
thing-
the same wavelength, you wouldn't have that clash already because they're out of sync. So if someone really wants to fix it and be in sync, they actually have to understand why, because they're not at the frequency. So they need to go deep and go why, and then go, okay, now I understand, and boom, now we harmonize. But everyone else perceives it because no one wants to deal with their problems, and they brush it off. And then anyone who comes into this realm and it goes on and explains their story like you are now, and then you even brush it off for yourself and go, no, it's too excessive. No, that you need to go deep if you want to understand how something works when you're on the same wavelength.
Yeah, that makes sense.
If you really care. So therefore he really cares, or he has some condition that makes him care, but he still acts like he cares and going through the whole process, even if it might be difficult to find out, how do I get on the same wavelength and to work on it. So that to me, there's
in a state, she was already in a state of agitation, and then it's just additional agitation on top.
But that's her to wind. That's her to wind that. Because if you're someone wanting to learn, I know, but you're just saying that, but that's yours to wind.
It's our communication of how we communicate to each other and how we understand our communication. We have two very different, I'm a more emotional person, and how my nature is I'm a more of a person who just tends to give or just like accepts things, whereas Alexander is a lot more logical and needs reasons. And so when we're in conflict, and it's hard to then communicate the start because we communicate two completely different ways. And so then
you just described the female and the male. Emotional, logical.
And so what we probably need to do is you need to be with certain things more direct and clear. And what I need to do is provide more of a buffer when I ask questions or respond to you. Instead of immediately saying or moving on to like the solution, I need to be more acknowledging of how you're feeling. Because if I acknowledge you, you feel heard, and then less likely to try and reinforce your point and make you feel exacerbated and then get upset, which then makes it even worse. So both do that.
We're going to come into understanding eventually.
Yeah.
That's good.
Yeah, it doesn't really take us long. And most of the time, and we do frequently have kind of conversations about ways to better communicate and just gel together.
Yeah, that's great.
Isn't that right?
Yeah.
No, I was going to say, she just rips out the caveman club and just clops it over.
I know we're talking now.
Why don't you just go to sleep?
Some couple therapy on what nonsense.
Yeah. You're welcome.
That's good.
Thank you.
That's nice.
Oh, everything's numb.
Everything's numb.
Yeah, I can't get comfortable.
Everything's numb. Now, how are we going? Yeah, we're going to have 15 minutes.
We've been going for 15 minutes.
No, we've got an hour and 15, but we've got 15 minutes left about. And
of what? Does it just end?
Well, we'll wrap it up. Like, otherwise people get tired, and
I thought it just.
You didn't have to answer that. Just leave him in limbo. Torture him. He asked you a question. You should just let him in limbo.
What was the question?
Does it just end? I asked. But I'm good.
Basically.
I'm good to keep going. I don't mind. But I mean, I was sick and feeling really tired. But now I feel alright, so I'm cool.
It's about you. Have you asked if she wants?
That's what I just did. I was like,
I know. I'm teaching yourself that.
Cool.
No one else saw it.
Yeah. Thank you. So you good?
Milena
It was a softer stab.
A fair way back.
Yeah.
Brazil is one.
Don't worry, I'm watching you, mate.
Yeah.
Is the one he showed 2 weeks ago. You should actually check him out on Instagram. Pasa Sinai Picture Show.
What?
Relationships sound complicated.
I don't know what you said.
A while back, Milena said those things. And then she said relationship sounds complicated.
No,
Mate.
just relationships in general with people. Everyone's different.
Yeah,
I think she's talking about Brazil.
Yeah. You can actually check him out on.
But men, we just tend to gnaw at a bone or, flog a dead horse. I'm sure I can give me analogy. I don't know what to
relationships
You know
sound
that
complicated. Yes,
Okay.
relationships are complicated. Mate, I'm not good at them, as you know.
Well, we have a great one down, I think.
That's good.
Now, he said if we have a breakup that you guys will still be friends, and I have said agreed, yes. That you're allowed to still talk to each other.
I'm in the prenup.
Yeah. Cool.
What about that?
So,
No, you're off guard. Sorry, you're mine.
too close to home. Too close to home.
Well, I can't really catch up with you. I can't be like, come over to your house, can I?
Let's play Val.
Yeah, I guess so.
Yeah. Play Val. What's Val?
Valorant.
Video game
Valorant.
that we don't play anymore, but
As I say, people still play that.
I want to start playing it again. Just started. Well, I played one game yesterday or the day before. So, would you play it or
Nah,
you used to
my
know?
son
it
was playing it all the
Ah,
time.
okay, yeah.
All right.
Switching between that and Fortnite.
Have a look.
I've not touched that. I don't want to.
I touched Fortnite since 2019.
I have a little racing sim thing at home, which I do a lot. Like an actual steering wheel and pedals, and that's quite fun.
Oh, awesome.
Yeah.
Every half an hour, this camera turns off of you.
Yeah, put it on.
You said you want to be out of the
this is
screen and
interesting.
be
You
on
look
that.
like
You can
this.
be beside the camera and just straight away. He's been promoted.
Yeah. The
Tech guy.
backstage tech guy.
Maybe. We'll see.
What's the monkey effect? Is he going to
Let's have a look.
Have you guys heard of the 100th Monkey Effect? Because Wikipedia says that this is a claim and a theory, but there's some pretty serious evidence about this effect. So in 1952, on the island of Koshima in Japan, scientists were providing monkeys with sweet potatoes dropped in the sand. The monkeys liked the sweet potato, but they didn't like the sand, they didn't like the dirt. Eventually, one female monkey started washing potatoes in a nearby stream, which then taught others, and then eventually this whole little tribe of monkeys starts washing their potatoes. But it took time, and the more and more monkeys that were doing it, of course others would learn. But that's not the crazy part. But then another pod of monkeys hundreds of miles away on another island that were being observed by scientists started washing their potatoes out of the blue. This is known as the 100th Monkey Effect, and it's basically that your DNA transcends distance and time, the time-space continuum. And the information that became encoded in the monkey's DNA that started washing those potatoes transcended distance and connected to the DNA through the consciousness of, per se, the Earth, into the other monkeys who then started spontaneously washing their potatoes. This is also referred to sometimes as critical mass. It's when a certain percentage of, let's say, people become aware of something and all of a sudden it spreads rapidly, not just by word of mouth, but consciousness. Have you guys...
Love this.
It does happen in people. I've heard about it. Like they do tests or something in England, and once people start getting it right, then it takes them a while to get it right or something like that, and then they'll give them to test to somewhere else in the world, and then they'll start getting it faster than the first lot of people, and the more people they test it on, the quicker they get it than the original tested people. Something like that.
How is it controlled though? Or...
Like, it's a vague memory of a thing. But you said you kind of...
Oh no, well initially I thought I was talking about something, a different experiment that I learned back in psychology, but it wasn't this.
Oh, okay.
Yeah.
What were you thinking?
Monkeys were put into a room, monkeys like bananas.
Ah, I know.
With a banana up high, monkeys would climb and get the banana. Every time they get it,
yeah,
the water would spray, so
Yeah.
then they would stop. But then they'd introduce a new monkey. That monkey would go up, try to get the banana, get sprayed, and it would keep doing that, and eventually the monkeys just wouldn't do it at all. And then when they introduced more monkeys, those monkeys would beat up the other monkeys when they tried to get it, because they knew if they got the banana, they get sprayed. And eventually they replaced all the monkeys, so they got rid of all the original ones, and then they only had the new ones, which were conditioned to not get that and would fight off any other monkeys to get it. So they were all doing this behavior, but none of them actually knew why.
Yeah.
That's what I thought this was, but it's something different.
Like a trained behaviour thing, yeah.
Yeah.
I've seen the similar thing with people. Have you seen the standing up and sitting down one?
Yeah, yeah.
So yeah, you've seen it as well.
I haven't.
Okay, so and for those
Same
who don't
principle,
know-
but with humans and standing in a room.
Yeah, so they'll start with like say 4 people who are in on it, and one person is not. They'll let off a sound, and they'll stand up.
Like a bell or something like that.
Everyone's a bell or whatever.
And
Everyone
the
stands
guy
up.
not knowing what the fuck is going on.
Yeah, and then he'll stand up
Conformity.
eventually, and all right, and then the bell will go off again, and they'll sit down, and they just
It
start
was in a
doing it,
doctor's
and then
waiting
they
room
start.
that they just cycled through, so it was only the new people, and they would all stand up, but none of them knew why.
Yeah.
Yeah.
They just got trained. Yeah, that's how how easy people are to train.
Manipulated.
Yeah, and I saw another one with in an elevator. So
Facing the different
facing
way,
the
yeah.
wrong way.
Yeah.
So and then like the control guy, he's a normal guy, gets in the elevator and turns around as you would, and then 3 people get in and face him.
So it's like,
and he's like,
yeah,
he turns around. And then they start doing it some more, and then eventually as they're in the elevator, just randomly they'll turn, and then the guy's like, "What the?" He's facing they go, "What the?" And so they'll turn that way, and then they'll turn again, and he's like, he just ends up following them.
Surely you just ask why.
What's the deal?
Like I said, I've heard of that experiment. I assume either that one or the one you said before.
Yeah.
But that one, it's interesting. I'm sure there are some phenomena like it, but I don't understand. It may be linked to quantum mechanics. I'd imagine that's the closest thing that I can think of it. But just the connection of consciousness kind of connecting over that period. Like my first thought when they said that is, well, did the monkeys that they were also looking at also have the potatoes in sand or in dirt, and they just didn't like that, so they did the same thing that one female did?
Yeah, right.
Like,
yeah.
Are they, then, like what you said, are they counting and controlling for every possible variable?
Yeah.
Not to mention one of them may have just done it and like the taste of water with it. So that's why I'm like, what's more likely? We missed a control variable, or
Most likely,
Yeah.
I would think that.
Yeah.
What about the jet engine? Wasn't that actually invented by people two guys that were not linked to each other?
I think there is a phenomenon of,
or we're just in the Matrix.
Yeah.
And it's just a
I mean,
software
based on how
upgrade.
quickly everything's advancing with technology and VR and all that, maybe possible.
Or that could be just.
It's not, I don't
alien
think it's
race.
unusual for humans to come up with similar ideas at similar times.
Well, not at
with
all.
similar inputs,
We're
so
in
you
the
come
same
up with similar
evolutionary
inventions.
state.
And
Our mental states and capabilities are similar.
Yeah.
We perceive the world generally in the same way in terms of like visual and ocular and sensation.
Yeah, but I think the kicker with what he was saying
Is
in the
they-
video was it was an island.
Yeah.
It's secluded usually, so
Yeah.
they don't really have a TV to turn on, Channel 9 News or whatever. So
I mean, if monkeys had a TV, I don't think they'd turn on the news, but
have you heard of the idea of like a hive consciousness or like
Yeah,
a
I've heard of that.
collective consciousness?
collective, yeah. We're all linked and
So
cool.
that's another possibility as to why people can have ideas around the
'Cause I
same
know
time over different.
With my incredibly limited and virtually non-existent knowledge of quantum mechanics, I remember just reading or listening once. Basically, there were 2 particles that were at great distances apart from each other, like light years. And then when one charge switches from negative to positive, the opposite one does.
Yeah.
So, and they're connected in that way. Whatever happens to one happens to
quantum
the other.
entanglement.
Quantum entanglement, yeah. Which that's the only thing I can is similar-ish to that.
Yeah.
Yeah.
It was really interesting because I remember as well, as far as we know, nothing, I believe, can travel faster than the speed of light.
Yeah.
But I was reading that it's nothing with information can travel faster than the speed of light. I think again, nothing that can transmit information.
Well, it did in a sense because it switched over and that's faster than the speed of light. So
that's what I'm about to say. So I'm assuming that's incorrect. And this is me trying to remember something that I read like 10 years ago.
Well, because you're comparing Newtonian physics to quantum physics.
12 years old.
So that's where.
Yeah, I was really bored.
That's what.
Really into this
12.
stuff,
Yeah. Wow.
I was really into the stuff back at like early high school, like late primary school.
Yeah.
I just all my
Quantum mechanics.
Well, all my like YouTube and everything I'd read would all be just really crazy and cool science phenomenon.
Yeah.
And I would just be obsessed with all of it. I thought it was really cool. There are some planets that rain diamonds. It's pretty cool.
I've heard of that. Yeah. The pressure's so great that it rains diamonds. Yeah.
Weird science.
Yeah, if you love technology or understanding things, it's a good time to be alive right now.
Yeah.
You didn't have assignments where everyone, borrowed the same Britannica encyclopedia book from the library. You got all this data, so it's a good time to be alive.
Malia has heard of that collective consciousness.
We don't know enough about it to
I believe it's
really say
possible.
one way or another.
Yeah. The collective consciousness.
Yeah. They're all interconnected in a way.
Any theories or ideas as to how?
I don't know. One would be maybe to do with the aura. So, for example, if we can sense people looking at us, we can't visually, but we feel it.
Yeah, so different plane, different sensation.
I think it was recently one of the studies where they're showing that every pulsate of the heartbeat actually releases a magnetic field, and that's basically our aura. So that can be detected on, even
electrical impulses.
Yeah, we are electro-driven. We've got mitochondria, so that's all the engine. So, so I believe that, and I believe that some people are more. It's like with man-made sensors, you can get something that's more and more sensitive to detect magnetism. We even do it with the hard drives with the little head that's like a micron above, spinning around at 7,800 RPM. It's writing and reading magnetic fields, and it's isolating into that spot. So some people are more sensitive that they can probably detect the magnetic field and an aura from somebody else, and it could probably, as a daisy chain, maybe we're all connected in a certain way like that. And intuition, we can sort of, people take and absorb other people's energy and they feel it as well. So how far does that expand, or does it tie into, connect the dots with people?
Then you're leaning into what, like, psychic energy and stuff like that, or
why couldn't it be? Because I reckon I would be.
Yeah.
Because if it's a field, and they're saying like with the meditation, the chakra, and you expanding out. So when we get angry, we tend to feed off in other people as well.
Oh, you can walk into a room and something's off, right? So, but that's the thing. I think some people are more sensitive to these things than others, and I think in our modern society for the last 100 years, we've been trying to beat as much of that kind of stuff out of ourselves as possible.
Yeah, so disconnected.
Disconnect.
Yeah. I was actually thinking about that on the way to Ainsbury today. I was looking at the clouds and I thought, these clouds look like a Renaissance kind of painting. Yeah. And I thought, I wonder, there's got to be like no one else thinking that right now, because we're all so distracted with traffic and driving and on our phones. I was looking at them.
There's a lot of people out there, conspiracy theories, that just look up at the sky. So they'll be visualizing other things as well. Yeah. So,
but relating to the magnetic pulses, when I was younger, I wanted to get a neodymium magnet implanted in my finger, because a lot of people, the nerves and neurons actually kind of connect with it, and a lot of people actually end up, if they're putting their fingers close to like electricity, electrical wires, they can feel the actual electricity and the power in the power outlet or whatever it is.
I feel like I can hear it sometimes. Like, I can hear...
That could just be the high
frequency. Yeah, particularly like TVs and stuff like that. I can hear them from outside houses.
Yeah, but that's all electrical components in there. You get the capacitor, certain things that just...
Like a computer has like a wind, depending on what's happening on the screen, because of the power going through the actual graphics card. Right. The coils.
The coils, the frequency of it, So,
So I'm just hearing.
And the plasmas, they had a lot of EMF coming out of them as well, so... Yeah.
Like, I can't watch TV at home with my old TV. It was very annoying because my parents, they don't hear it because they're older, but whenever the screen would go lighter coloured, the pitch would increase of the sound of the TV itself. so it'll go to a dark screen, so it's just... I'm sitting there going, this is unbelievable.
Drive me nuts.
That would drive you insane.
It did, yeah. My ears are pretty good, so it was very annoying.
Plus with the ADHD, right? Like people chewing and shit like that.
Yeah, I'm not a fan of that. It's not like...
Nah, it's annoying to the point where it's like if you're tinnitus, whatever it is, just going on and off. No, that's annoying. I've had mine too. It's like that frequency hum, like the Battens fluoride lights, and you can hear a hum and it'll just change pitch and stuff. I hear it.
It's annoying.
It depends. Some people I think more tuned or not. Like even certain LED lights, I can see the flickering and certain frequencies and that. It's just like, this is
fluorescent lights.
No, LED. I'm talking LED lights. I see the frequency.
Have you noticed the light in my bathroom and in my toilet? It flickers. Like, no? It's very annoying. I can't sit there.
Yeah.
It's incredibly far. Like, if you're not paying attention looking for it, it's hard to notice.
Is this light? Your light?
Yeah, just in my house. You can see the LED just flickering super fast.
Right.
Or TVs, if you look at your peripheral vision, you can see them flickering on and off really quickly.
Yeah.
I don't know about the new ones, but at least the one I had.
From an angle.
Just like my peripheral vision, you could see go very subtle, but it's there. I really wanted to get, those really big old TVs, the big
CRT
square
ones.
Yeah, I wanted to take that apart and get the Fresnel lens out of it. Because it's a giant lens that's this big.
Yeah, yeah.
And you can use it as a magnifying glass and it gets to like 3,000 degrees. I really wanted one.
You're not allowed to have one.
Gonna get one at one point.
He built himself a solid death ray.
Well, that's what it is.
Yeah.
You got a solid death ray?
Yeah, I got a 3-meter satellite dish and lined it with mirrors, and I was able to burn some awesome things with it.
That's really cool.
Yeah, so I want to actually do something more with it. Yeah.
Oh, okay.
Yeah, run basically through the focal point, have basic steam combustion electric generator. Yeah, even if you want to just tie it into basic convention of your water tank.
Just to heat it up.
Just heat it up, cycle through.
Give me a call, I'll be there. That's cool.
So, and I want something that goal, but ideally would be something that can be so compact as well.
That'll be using the sun though still.
Yeah, so you can have it mounted on there. It'll do tracking. So I was working with the
sun.
Arduinos, so you can tie it in with tracking with the sun.
Yeah.
And then you can tie it into steam, heating it up. Excess energy, you can do the turbine and
That's really
just
cool.
run off other things. It could be just something that could be motorized. Could be in a little chamber there, just something that's small, and you can have multiple of them, so you don't have to have large dishes on your roof, massive ones. You can have small ones, but just modular, so more of them.
Have you played with microwave transformers?
Yeah.
Yeah?
Yeah.
I want to. I mean, I'll probably die immediately. I'll touch.
It's like that, that dude on TikTok is always electrocuting himself.
Yeah, that's the running guy, but the magnetron, there it is. You're talking the microwave, yeah. So there's this guy, Nature, might as well quote him, Nature's Jab, follow on Instagram. Okay. He every morning, because of the American time zone, he's basically paralysis. I think someone will have to quote me right on that.
Paralysis.
No, it's I don't know exactly, or I can't correct it. So I'll explain what it is, and we can look it up. But I think the technology's been out for about, 6 decades. So they use microwaves to reverse basically plastic into the 3 primary compounds.
Oh, yeah.
So, but he has, well, I'll tell you. So what it does is he's got a chamber and he feeds in grinded plastic in there. He depressurizes it, but I don't know if it's depressurized, but he's putting inert gas in there. And then a microwave, instead of it heating up the oxygen, it's heating up the plastic, breaks it down into the 3 primary components, which is carbon, pure carbon comes out, natural gas, and biodiesel.
That's really
cool. And that's with a microwave. Yeah, African American guy, he's awesome. But he's recovering in hospital at the moment. Yeah, had an accident. It just, I think it was gas leakage and then exploded and he's burnt his legs.
Yeah. Do you know Styro Pyro? I feel like you would have seen him.
Maybe.
He messes with insane lasers and he wires up like 100 car batteries together and uses it to science experiments. He makes ruby lasers. A lot of it's laser based.
Sick. No, I don't think I have.
And he deals with a lot of like really cool chemicals. He makes plasma generators, so just plasma of death just flying through the air, Tesla coils. My kind of thing.
That's cool. No, you have to give me that one. Then you got the one that Daniel mentioned, this funny Iranian guy.
Electro Boom.
Yeah.
He obviously knows like what he's doing really well.
Of course he does. Have you seen the one where he goes to all the hotels every time and he always wants to check their wiring system and just...
Look up just on Instagram, Dan, cool. Styro Pyro, when you have a sec.
Styro Pyro?
Yeah.
On Instagram?
Yeah, because I think he's got a page. STYRO Pyro, I think. Because based on what sounds like you're into that, I think you'd find that pretty cool.
Besides wanting to reverse, plastics into basically those primary components, what do you want to do with the...
I just wanted to use it to make a super electromagnet, because I find magnets really fun. And then you can also use it to melt anything.
I love magnets.
Yeah.
Basically, I've made myself a door in the shed that is no handles, it's all magnets, and when it locks, it just goes, it's all neodymium magnets everywhere, all from the hard drives that I pull apart.
Which one?
Yeah.
The top one. Top one.
Okay.
Top one, the purple guy with the laser.
Oh, yeah.
Star Drake.
I don't know how much. So it does like storm.
Yeah, he's funny.
He does
That video, was that about the guy in Melbourne or Victoria? The one who was standing there. I wasn't
looking at it.
Oh, you weren't?
Look at me, car variants.
Huh?
Oh, he hasn't got much on his Instagram page.
Oh my God.
But he turns microwaves into lasers. Yeah, that plasma. I put the sound on this. He's quite good.
Hang on.
Oh, yeah.
Cut with a knife, and it can form alloys that are liquid at room temperature. Now there's something even more crazy about indium, and it's how it got its name. It's actually named after the color indigo. Now, what's so indigo about that silvery metal? Let's feed some to the demon circuit and find out.
Demon circuit.
Oh,
yeah.
nice.
Yeah, I gotta watch this shit.
Yeah.
When blasted with electricity,
It's made 200 watt
it produces
lasers
a
as
deep
well.
indigo plasma. In fact, its unique indigo emission is how it was discovered in the first place. If I put
Didn't
in
you
the
have
fraction
Nikola
rating
Tesla's
over my
coil thing in the
camera,
background
you
there?
can see the
It
two
may be,
distinct
yeah.
lines that give
Tesla
indium
coil?
plasma its color. Pretty cool, right?
That's it.
Yeah, he does a
Indium
lot
is
of that
famous for
kind of
being
cool stuff. Scroll down a bit more, you might see some cool lasers there, just some basic
Lasers. Space lasers.
Ooh, look at all those awesome laser beams. Do you know which one's the strongest?
Green.
If you guess the green one, you're wrong. I'm sorry, that's
Oh,
actually a
infrared.
trick question. It's actually the invisible one. That's an infrared laser. Pretty crazy, right?
Yeah, I have some cool ones at home.
Ooh, look at all those awesome laser
infrared.
beams. Do you know which one's the strongest?
Green is normally
If you
because of the wavelength, but
Infrared heats up. Yeah.
I had a green laser pointer.
That's why you get. That's why you get the dog
still
mats.
have
They're
it?
infrared
Yeah,
dog
yeah, but
mats.
this is a different one.
So they heats up your muscles, heats up the dog. So yeah.
I had a.
So it's just amplifying. Sorry, they're amplifying at that frequency and just
right.
Yeah, if I ratchet the heats up.
Wow.
That's really cool.
Yeah.
All right.
I had some powerful green laser pointers,
Yeah.
just like cheap Chinese ones that I shouldn't have. And I was pulling it apart just to see if I could make it any stronger.
Yeah.
And then I accidentally took off just some kind of lens, and then I turned it on, and it turned into an infrared laser pointer, which is cool, but you can't see the beam.
Yeah,
So
yeah,
you
like
can't
a
see
remote
even
controls,
when-
infrared.
Yeah, except if it goes in your eye, you're instantly blind.
Yeah.
Or off a reflection. So I just threw it out because I can't work with that.
Have you seen that TikTok of that dude that was?
Oh, you have to wear glasses.
Yeah,
that
you
will
would
detect
have
it.
to, yeah. I did not have them.
Sorry, one sec. Just look through your phone and just tape
Yeah,
it around there
exactly.
because your camera sees infrared. That's what
Infrared,
there's,
yeah. That's
those
what I did.
cameras
That's how I
that.
found out it was infrared.
Yeah, have you seen the videos where the Airbnbs and they're going to cameras? That's detects infrared. The cameras. So
but
just make your own little. What is it? Apple
Goggle
Apple Vision, whatever it is.
Yeah.
You have your
My MetaQuest.
MetaQuest now,
Yeah.
so you can.
Yeah.
There you go. Put that on. You can play with your lasers, man.
Oh yeah, but that's how I found out because it stopped working. And I was like, oh, that's not good. And I thought about just looking at it. I was like, hang on a second. So I was like, oh, okay, now it's bad.
Lucky
So
you
I just-
didn't do that.
Yeah, so I got rid of it straight away. 'cause I can't have that.
I'm that stupid. I probably just removed it.
Yeah.
What's going on?
Go get a motorbike. You ain't gonna die for a motorbike. You die for other stupid shit.
yeah.
Oh god.
Wow.
Yeah, I still love this stuff so much. I mean, I still do, but
So it makes you blind like, straight away, no matter what.
yeah, if it's strong enough, even staring at the spot on the wall, regardless of if it's reflecting at you, because it's always reflecting somewhat, but it'll damage your eyes. Just staring at the spot. It doesn't have to be
So
infrared.
it's direct.
Direct instant blind, of a reflection instant blind, just a spot on the wall, damage, and over time blindness, depending on the strength of the laser, obviously.
You mean like if it's bouncing off the wall and back at you?
Not even back at you, but well, everything you can see is
Well,
because
it's
light's
reflected
reflecting
back,
at you
that's
anyway.
right.
But in terms of even an indirect, so it's just like, see how you can see this?
Yeah.
Light is still bouncing from that
Yeah,
here.
yeah.
So if a laser was here, even
Yeah.
not at the angle to bounce,
Yeah.
it will cause damage.
Wow.
Then
And
that-
you bought how many? Did you like join them together?
No, I have a
You
couple
want
though,
to.
but I try not to play with them because
Yeah.
I would play with them constantly if I wanted to, but then I'll
End up
I
blind.
like seeing.
You got your goggles now.
I don't have goggles yet.
No, yours.
Oh, these are those, yeah. But then they'll
No, the
destroy the
metas.
camera.
No, yeah.
They'll destroy the camera immediately. And then it's just 800 volts go on.
Now getting a new phone.
What can you protect it with? What filters?
Well, even if
Don't
you use
encourage
a
it.
filter,
Filter
you won't be able to
lasers.
see it anyway.
Just don't.
Because like the filter cuts out the beam.
Infrared glasses.
You'll
Yeah,
only
but
be
is
able
there
to
a
see a
way
very
of
faint
converting it into a certain frequency that's visible and
dot. You
like
probably have to put infrared filter
They sound
and
like
then
mad scientists.
I was going to say different filter, but then they'll just revert it back. Maybe a set of mirrors, opaque mirrors, to disperse it so it's less
But
concentrated.
this guy's playing around with a laser that's burning shit instantly.
Oh, he's got proper goggles on. But when he's playing with them, he can't actually see the laser. Because if the goggles work well, if they're doing what they're meant to do, they cut out that frequency. They don't allow whatever frequency the goggles are
Right,
meant
yeah,
to.
you wouldn't see it at all.
He can't,
yeah.
he can't see it when he's playing with it. Because if you can see it, it's getting through.
No, there's got to be a way.
So you
I don't
can't see it
Well,
without
look
the
it up.
glasses.
Okay, no, I'm going to
Yeah,
bet you
let's
now.
say-
Tell me how. Tell me how. Tell me how.
How to what?
How? Why? Why isn't there a way to see it? I thought there's always a yin and yang.
If I knew
there's
why, I'd
always
probably create the way and I wouldn't be sitting
I
here.
thought you'd maybe just give up. Okay.
Yeah.
Okay.
Have you guys
I'll have
seen
to
that?
Google that.
Have you seen that TikTok?
I think you'd be able to see a faint dot, but you'd see no beam. Like it would be like 1/10 of its original brightness power. I keep forgetting we're on a podcast. I'm like, oh yeah, people listening to it right now.
So, did you guys see that TikTok where he had like a barium, like a radiation, like a sphere, a radiation, and he opens it up
with a screwdriver, and it drops.
And then he dropped it, and
and 9 people died, I think.
Yeah.
What's what?
The Devil's Core.
Yeah.
Is that what it's called?
Yeah, something like that.
It was a uranium core or something like that from a nuclear bomb or something like that. And when you closed it, imagine an egg, right, like this, and then a bigger one around it, a sphere, bigger sphere. Yeah, the outer sphere is halved, so it's 2 pieces. You can pop it on. When this closed, the radiation, the particles, the ionized radiation would bounce around because it couldn't escape out of that sphere. And they would bounce around enough, they disrupt the inner core, which then goes nuclear, fission or fusion, fission occurs. And then radiation goes when it's closed, because the particles can't escape.
Yeah.
When it's open, it's pretty fine, safe. When it's closed, then it's bad. And he was using it. It was like a science experiment to demonstrate to his colleagues. He was using it and having it open, just wedged open a little bit, but he only used a screwdriver, just sitting in there to keep it wedged open. Oh. That was the extent of his safety equipment.
Yeah.
Oh. And I think he knocked the screwdriver or something like that, and the screwdriver fell out. And only
maybe someone needed it and just took it.
I don't know. Well, they're all in the scientific community, but just for like a split second, it had closed, and that was enough. That I think he died.
It destabilized the core.
Yeah, the core.
As soon as it worked.
Mini explosion, but didn't go nuclear.
No, it didn't go nuclear.
Yeah,
it didn't even explode. I don't think it was just a huge amount of radiation.
Because the camera immediately went.
Yeah, he died in like 3 to 4 days or something, and then everyone else died within like a week or 2.
Yeah, radiation.
From radiation.
Yeah. Well, there were some really bad radiation experiments back in like Chernobyl days when people were exposed to it. Doctors kept them alive as long as possible just to see the effects of radiation long term. And like at that point, like their organs were failing, their skin was all off their body,
bleeding out of every orifice.
The cells break down.
Yeah, I think they kept them alive for like 90 days or something like that.
Do they consent to that?
No, of course not.
Humans are
but scientific research.
All right, we're going to finish up now.
Scientists.
I'm all for a little bit of unethical stuff to some point. I need knowledge, man. I need science. I need
Frankenstein.
Well, I mean, what, one person... Oh, actually, this is on the podcast.
Yeah,
I was going to say, like, one... I'll whisper so they can't hear me. One person, like... Some people need to suffer for the greater good.
Sometimes.
Sometimes. Not anymore. I don't condone this.
Not anymore. Till you're
I
back
think
on.
I think we're going to be getting into some dangerous territory here. Now, we're going to have one last...
Racism would be safer.
But the reality is what you're saying.
Let's go into the
racism.
Let's go into the racism.
You can't control
You ready?
everybody.
No.
What did we say?
It's soft racism. It's fine.
Soft racism.
Check this out. When people from Baltimore try to pronounce the phrase, Aaron earned an iron urn, check this out.
All them accents say this phrase out loud. Earn, and earn. Hold on, what? Earn. Aaron earned and iron earned. Damn, what the fuck? We really talk like that?
Get his face in.
Earn. Earn, the iron. What? Earn, the iron. No. Aaron earned an iron. Earn.
Michael sometimes.
Yeah. It's not that, dog. It's
Aaron earned an iron.
earned and iron earned. I mean, Aaron earned and iron earned. Aaron earned and iron earned. Iron. Hey,
Shake his head. I wanted to be the rest of it, so they're all fucking.
All right, we're done. Let me just tick over to that. Main screen. All right, thanks for coming, guys.
Peace out.
Have fun. See you next week. Don't forget to like, comment, subscribe, all that sort of stuff. Please subscribe.
Thank you, Milena and Chief, for joining us.
Yeah. Thank you.
Sweet. See you next time.
I have a GoFundMe for my motorbike. Please give me money.
Link in the description.
Yeah.
We'll find you for your lasers, though.
Yeah. OnlyFans.
Coming soon.
No.
All right. Night. Bye.
Bye.